Welcome to Flowcharting 101, Flowgorithm versus Raptor, a 10-minute video by Gary Carter. Our objectives are: show 2 flowcharting tools, use a project demo, and pick the right tool for you. I'm going to identify my preference. So within that task, I'm going to show you Flowgorithm, I'm going to show you Raptor, and I'm going to demo a program called Hello World, and then we'll summarize. So let's go out and get started with the demo. This could be your first program that you've written. And to start this program, we're going to want to assign a value to a memory location, and we're going to put in that memory location Hello World. So first we start the program, we assign the message Hello World to the memory location we want to use, and then third, we're going to display the message in the command window. In other words, the output window. That's it. Here's the command window. Here's Hello World. That's our program. You'll notice that on my screen I have 2 icons. The first one is Raptor and the second one is Flowgorithm. I'm going to start with Raptor in this demonstration. So if I double click on Raptor, then Raptor will bring up the program for me and I'm ready to go. This is the way Raptor looks. This is not very complicated. I'm going to only use a couple of items here. I'm going to first save the program. If I don't save the program first, then Raptor will prompt me to save it, because if I don't save at some point, then I could lose my program. So here's my Raptor program before I've done anything. It begins with a start symbol at the top. That's an oval, also called a terminal symbol. Another oval, that's the end. And this is Raptor's initial setup. In order to do this program that we're working on now, I only need 2 symbols to do the work. One is the assignment symbol. I do a left click on the assignment symbol over here, and then I move over to my flow line. When my arrow turns into a hand, I click once, and there's my assignment symbol. The only other symbol that I need for this program is an output symbol. Here's the output symbol. I left click on the output symbol, come over to the flow line just below the assignment that I added. I left click when I get the hand, and this is my entire program. Actually, this is the picture of what I want the program to do. It is not telling my program exactly what to do. I need to add that. I take the first symbol, and if I left click on it, it will turn red. That means it's the symbol that I'm working with right now. If I right click on the symbol and go to edit, then I can fix that symbol so it will do the action I want. What I want it to do is I want it to have a memory location called message. And I want the memory location message to be set to the value of Hello World. And so in the to part of my input window, I put a double quote and then type in Hello World, and then put another double quote, and that completes the assignment symbol. At that point, I have my program starts, I do the assignment to put this in memory, and then the last thing that I want my program to do is I want it to output to the display. So I go to the output symbol, I left click to choose that symbol, I right click, go to edit, and then in the output symbol, I want it to output what is in the memory location called message. So I type in message and I say done, and what that will do is that will start here, run this symbol, put Hello World in my memory location called message, come down to the output symbol. The put is telling the output symbol that I want to output this to the output window, and what value is in message is going to go to the output window. What is the output window? The output window in Raptor is called the master console. If I take a look at the master console, this is the master console. the master console shows the output of my program. Right now I have no output. If I run the program now, I click to start, run the program, then it will go through my program and place the output on the master console. Here's the master console. There's hello world. My program works. I have results. Hope you can do this as well. Okay, I've gone through the demo in Raptor. Now I want to go through this in Flowgorithm. So I bring up Flowgorithm by double clicking the icon for Flowgorithm. This is Flowgorithm, and Flowgorithm is a similar flowcharting tool to Raptor. And with a look at Flowgorithm, what I need to do is I need to look at where does Flowgorithm starts. It starts here at main. That's similar to the start symbol in Raptor, and it will go until it reaches the end. Next, I need to add items that tell Flowgorithm what to do. Just like I had to do in Raptor, I will go into the flow line. Now I don't have a symbol chart over here on the left. I go to the flow line, I right click, and I choose assignment. The assignment symbol is similar to the assignment symbol that I used in Raptor. And in the assignment symbol, I want to take an item called message. That will be my memory location that I want to use to put the message in. I do a double quote. Well, hello world is the message that I want the memory location to hold. Then I want an output symbol. The purpose of the output symbol is to send my message to the console. I go to Tools to see the console for Flowgorithm, and I choose Console Window. This is my console window. It is empty at this point. That means it has not run. I go back to my flowchart, and I look and I say, well, Raptor is a little different than Flowgorithm. In Flowgorithm, when I have an item of memory location, I need to do what's called a declaration. The declaration tells Flowgorithm what kind of data am I going to put into that memory location. Raptor has made it so that you can do that without saying what kind of data. Raptor has a little more flexibility. Flowgorithm is a little more rigid and specific what it wants you to do. So in the program right above my message assignment statement, I'm going to go to the flow line, right click, I'm going to add a declaration. That's called the declare. I go into the declare symbol, and I want to set up a memory location, also called a variable called message. And I want to tell Flowgorithm that it's not going to hold an integer, that it's going to hold a string type of data. I say, okay. At this point, Flowgorithm now has a program ready to run, but before I run, I want to save it. So I do File, Save As, and I make sure that I give this a good program name. I'm going to call it Hello World. I'm now ready to run the program. When I run the program, it should give me an output window that says Hello World. There it is, right there at the bottom. Flowgorithm is very similar to Raptor. Great tools. I think you ought to try one of them, or maybe both of them. It works. That covers my demo. And I want to mention that Raptor was my first flowcharting tool. That is, that has syntax to it, that it has a run mode, and it gives me an answer when it runs and demonstrates that my flowchart actually works. This is what I would consider programming power. The other thing about Raptor is it can also go into an object-oriented programming mode. In other words, the more modern style of programming, Raptor can handle that in a demonstration of flowcharting. So that's an advantage to Raptor. On the other hand, Flowgorithm is a more colorful tool and may look better when you are using it to set up your demonstrations. You have strict rules in Flowgorithm, and those rules seem to go along better with C++ and Java. Things like variable declaration. modules, passing values. It's required. You can't just use global variables in Flowgorithm. In some ways, it may be that Flowgorithm is easier. That's not always the case. So I don't think that's exactly a clear answer for why is Flowgorithm better or worse than Raptor. That's really it for this demonstration today. If you like this video, you might want to watch my most popular video. My most popular video you can find if you go to youtube.com and search on Flowcharting Part 1. You should find a problem demonstration about ABCX. That does it. Gotta go.